Hello everyone, this is Paukshte Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I also want to remind you that some of my video courses are already available. Buy them if you haven't done it yet. I would really appreciate your support. In the previous video, I showed you how to transform a basic pattern for the outerwear. Today we'll continue working with this pattern, so watch the video if you haven't done it yet. Have a look at the transformed basic pattern. The original basic pattern was made on the basis of the 10 measurement cutting system. We extended the details for the outerwear. I showed you how to do it. I've made the copies of the details: the front, the back, the upper part of the sleeve, the lower part of the sleeve. I'll be working with the copies. The original pattern can be moved aside. I'll get back to it again and again. I'm not going to throw it away. This is still my basic pattern. It just was transformed for the outerwear. This is not a pattern for any particular design. You can change the pattern however you want. Make princess seams, move darts and tucks, and so on. This is just a basic pattern for the outerwear. Be creative. In the previous video, I showed you how to change the basic pattern in detail. These are the front, the back, the sleeve. Do not forget to mark the center sleeve. This is also the lengthwise grain. The front and the back can be moved aside. Let's have a look at the sleeve. The sleeve head was extended, as well as the width of the sleeve. This is a two-piece sleeve. I'll show you how to change this sleeve into a semi-raglan sleeve. Coats with semi-raglan sleeves are very beautiful. This is what we're going to talk to you about today. As I've already said, before you start making semi-raglan sleeves, watch the previous video and learn how to transform the basic pattern into a pattern for the outerwear. Next, I need to change this pattern into a pattern for a semi-raglan sleeve. This is a regular two-seam sleeve. I'm going to make a one-seam sleeve with an elbow dart. This information is very important. First, I need to mark the elbow. This is where it is in my pattern. To define the elbow line, measure the distance from the shoulder point to the elbow. The length of the sleeve is the length to and from the elbow. First, I need to cut the lower sleeve detail according to the line. Be very attentive, please. This is the elbow line. I've just cut the pattern according to it. Next, I need to attach this pattern to the main one. I remind you that a basic pattern is not a pattern for any particular garment. Modify your basic patterns. Do not be afraid of experiments. Use your imagination. Don't worry if there is a small opening at the bottom. It's okay. I made a cut in the lower detail of the sleeve. By doing so, I made a pattern for one seam sleeve. This is a pattern for a one seam sleeve with an elbow dart. Such sleeves look amazing in coats and semi-coats. Of course, you can make two-piece sleeves. It's up to you. Have a look at the pattern. This is how it looks like now. I made a pattern for a one seam sleeve with an elbow dart. Be very attentive when cutting the bottom line. It should be smooth and beautiful. You should also take into consideration that the location of this seam is the same as in two-piece sleeve. It's not an underarm seam. Have a look at what I'm doing. I'm changing the shape of the bottom a bit. I'll show you the difference. This is how the bottom used to look like when I attached the pattern. This is how it looks like now. The pattern for the sleeve is ready. I can move it aside. Let's have a look at the front next. I need to draw the lines of the semi-raglan sleeves in the front first. It's better to move the opening of the chest dart to the center front temporarily, while making semi-raglan or raglan sleeves. Later you'll be able to move the dart wherever you want. It will be much more convenient to work this way. This is how the armhole looks like now. It's perfect for the coats. As for the shoulder dart, I'd better move its opening to the back neckline. I just need to make a cut here and move the opening. This is where the shoulder dart is now. We need to check if the shoulders are even. This is very important. They're not. I need to cut about 2 or 3 millimeters from this one. It's very important to check everything you're doing. Let's have a look at them once again. Join the shoulders this way and draw a semi-raglan sleeve. In my case, the sleeves will start right in the center of the shoulders. You can start drawing the sleeve from a different point. For example, closer to the base of the neck. It's up to you. This is where I want the sleeves to start. Next, I can start drawing the sleeves. I remind you that you can draw the semi-raglan sleeves however you want. Make them of any shape you like. Make the lines more straight or more round. You are the ones who are in charge of drawing. Make sleeves of any shape you like. I'd better change the lines a bit. I do not want them to go that low. It's better not to reach the underarm. Do not forget to sign the details. The back, the front, the shoulder. I can cut the details now. Please be very attentive. I'm showing you how to change a two-seam sleeve into a one-piece sleeve, and then how to change it into a semi-raglan sleeve. Have a look at the front. I've moved the opening of the chest dart here temporarily. You can make princess seams. You can move the opening of the dart to the side seam or to the princess seam. You can change the pattern however you want. This is the back. Let's have a look at this dart. You can make a seam parallel to this one. It would also look nice. However, it's not that important. You can make an opening wherever you want. It's just a matter of the design choice. The front and the back are ready. These are the sleeve details cut from the front and the back. Let's have a look at the sleeve once again. This is the sleeve top. We need to fold the pattern according to the center sleeve. The technique is the same as for making raglan sleeves. I need to cut a dart here, about 8 centimeters long and 12 millimeters wide. Be careful, the line should be slightly round. When making raglan sleeves, we don't need any additional ease in the sleeve head. This is why we make this dart. Next, we need to join these pieces to the sleeve. This is the front detail. It should be attached to the front side of the sleeve. When I attach the details, I'll trace this pattern to a new piece of tracing paper. The techniques are different than the ones used for making, for example, a blouse with raglan sleeves. Please be patient. As I've already said, I want to trace this pattern to a new piece of tracing paper. I'm doing it for you to see everything clearly. First, I need to outline the pattern. I'm using a bright marker pen for you to see everything clearly. Be very attentive. Don't pay attention to these angles. Make the line smooth and beautiful. Here's the dart. I don't recommend making a seam in the center of the sleeve in this case. It's better to make a dot here. Do not pay any attention to this angle either. Draw a beautiful round line. I can throw this pattern away. I don't need it anymore. This is the sleeve we'll be working with. Now you know that it takes a lot of time and hard work to transform a regular basic pattern into the one for the outerwear. I showed you how to transform a regular two-piece sleeve into a one-seam semi-raglan sleeve. You can use this pattern for making coats, semi-coats. They would look absolutely amazing. I recommend making a mock-up first. Try it on and decide if the pattern fits you well or not. It might be too loose. I remind you that I haven't added much for the ease. I'm not going to throw this pattern away. I think I'll use it for making a coat. This is the center sleeve. This is also the direction of the lengthwise grain. Have a look here.
Вот здесь, к примеру, у нас плечо, значит, вы можете вот здесь сделать вот такие вот прибавочки.
This is the shoulder. You may need to ease it a bit. Add some here in this case. It's not necessary though. Just think about such things in advance. Here's the shoulder dart. Here's the elbow dart. When the dart is stitched, the sleeve will be of the perfect length. The details match at the bottom. The shape of this sleeve is identical to the original two-piece sleeve. This is how the sleeve looks like now. This is the lengthwise grain. This is the back and the front. I want you to have a close look at the pattern. This is still my basic pattern. It was made on the basis of the 10 measurement cutting system. Now you know how to make such amazing sleeves. Please, don't be afraid of experiments. I want you to be able to work with the outerwear without any problems. Practice makes perfect. No one can tell you the perfect measurements for the fitting is. Explore your bodies and the garments you wear. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. My name is Irina Paukshte. Buy my courses, subscribe to my channel, write comments, share the videos, press the like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.